Hi there. Now, if you're applying to a program or a university abroad, then you must be worried about, funding your education. And most of us think about scholarships as possible means of funding education. But in this video, I'm going to talk about, assistantships and how they're a great way of funding your education needs, especially in a university or a program abroad. My name is Anand Venkatesh, and I'm the founder and mentor of this platform called mentorscapital.com. Backed by our large network of mentors across various universities and destinations abroad, we collected a lot of information that can make your admission decisions a lot better and impactful. All right. So in this video, I'm going to talk about assistantships. Now, unlike scholarships, which help fund your tuition fee, assistantships are actually part-time roles that you can play with, that you can seek with departments or particular faculty in those departments. It's a part-time role, which means that it will involve work that is of academic, research, or administrative nature. And the best part about assistantships are that it gives you a stipend. Now, if you're a PhD student, then the assistantship will actually also cover for a tuition fee in addition to a stipend. But if you're a master's or a bachelor's candidate, then the assistantship will actually give you a stipend, which can actually cover your living expenses, boarding, and fooding. Well, besides giving you a stipend, an assistantship is also great because it gives you collegiate level experience, work experience, real work experience that can really go a long way in impressing prospective recruiters at the time of applying for a job. And finally, you'll also network with the department and professors in that department. And these are people who can actually act as references at the time of you applying for a particular role. And as references from a professor with whom you've actually done an assistantship, it can be a really impressive point and further your chances of landing that coveted job. So do visit the department pages and find out more about the kind of assistantships that your department offers. Now, there are three kinds of assistantships that are typically offered by universities abroad. These include the teaching assistantship, the research assistantship, as well as graduate assistantships, also known as TA, RA, and a GA. Now, let's start with the teaching assistantships or TA. A TA is typically a role that you would play by attaching yourself with a professor, right? And so, what a professor looks for in a TA, in a teaching assistant, is somebody who's dedicated to the field of study that he's involved with, and also somebody who's enthusiastic about teaching, about improving learning outcomes. And finally, he or she will also look for somebody who's got excellent communication skills, because most of the job or the part-time role involves dealing with a variety of people within the department. So those are aspects that can really further your chances of a TA. Remember, TAs are very, very competitive, very sought after in colleges. And so you're going to have to really fight it tooth and nail in order to get yourself this role. Now, what does a TA or a teaching assistantship role involve? Primarily involves preparing and conducting lectures, in the particular subject that the professor teaches. It also involves leading group discussions, grading assignments, and various tasks that the professor will give. In addition to handling student queries with regard to the subject, and finally, also involves basic work that assists the professor in his or her daily life, his or her daily sort of activities in the department. So those are the gamut of tasks that you as a TA will be involved in. Obviously indicates that you need to like the subject, you need to be good at that subject, as well as be able to handle communication with students in your department. Second is the research assistantship. Now, an RA or a research assistantship is obviously involves a lot of research that the professor or the department is conducting, right? So again, you're going to be assigned to a particular professor, and so in fact assigned to not the professor, but rather to his research lab or the particular research facility that is available in the university. And so the professor or the department is going to look for somebody who's dedicated to the field of study as well as interested in conducting research that furthers an understanding in a particular specialized area. Now, what does the role entail? Primarily, it involves conducting and analyzing data as part of the various experiments that you will conduct in your research, in your thesis. It also involves, preparing reports. Once you've analyzed data, you need to make a research report that, the professor is trying to compile. As well as, conducting a literature review of the various manuscripts that you will be working on. And finally, also getting it published in popular journals that that will further the outcome of the research that you conduct. Right. So you can see it's through and through involved with all the activities that involve that are included in across the gamut, right from the commissioning of a research or a particular area of study, all the way till the research actually gets published in a journal and is recognized at a cross university stage. Well, the third assistantship that is offered by universities is called the graduate assistantship. Now, this role is a little more administrative in nature and involves planning and organizing various tasks at the department or university level. And thus, the gamut of tasks you'll be involved with will be, number one, organizing and arranging for all the logistics related to conduct of classes. It involves working and organizing as well as conducting various academic conferences, and also involving yourself with all the background work that is needed to get project funding for a particular research for various needs that the department or research labs will have. It obviously does go one step further and involves the department outreach activities in terms of social media, in terms of reaching out to various other departments and other universities as well as corporates across the globe. Finally, it involves all the tasks that have to do with student affairs in the particular university or department that you're part of, right? So it's a gamut of tasks, but they're more general in nature. They don't really involve a particular field of study, but rather enhance the outcomes for the department and the university as a whole. Now, those are the three kinds of roles that are offered by universities abroad. So when do you start applying? Now, typically, the three kinds of assistantships are actually offered throughout the year, but information about these roles actually becomes clearer and accessible for a student typically when he or she joins the course and is in the once you reach campus and you're interacting with various department heads and faculty members. That's when you are able to access the information about these assistantships. The typical process, though, involves an application stage. At that stage, you will present your motivation in the form of an essay. You'll also probably, include your past experiences, a resume that details, why you are a fit for the particular role. And after sifting through these and shortlisting candidates, there will be a personal interview that you will face, right? So those are the activities that are involved in the selection process for each of these roles. Now, I did say that most of the information is available once you reach campus, but it's not as if that's the only case. So make sure that you browse through all the department and professor websites that are available in the that are available at the department or the university website. A lot of information is actually accessible at that stage itself. So you can start early, and it really helps you get an edge in terms of information, in terms of understanding the role as well as the requirements out of the role, right? So the three things that you can do to improve your chances are: number one, start early, conduct research into the various kinds of roles available in the department, available with faculty, and understand the processes, understand the various research areas, the various labs, and the kind of roles on offer. Number two, make sure that you also conduct research in-depth research about professors, their areas of interest, their specializations, the various labs that are available, and the kind of interests that are going to be studied, that are going to be important as a prospective student, right? And the reason you're conducting this research is also to understand how you fit the role, right? What are the requirements for the department, the university, and the professors, and how well do you fit those requirements. And final third thing that you can do to further your chances is to network early, is to reach out to both professors, right? Be selective. Don't reach out to all of them. Be selective in your in terms of the people that you contact, but email them expressing your interest, and also present your relevant experience and your skills that can actually improve your chances of landing the role a lot stronger, right? So those are three things you can do: contact them early, research, conduct in-depth research, and express your interest at an early stage, just so you're top of mind when these roles do come up. Now, that sort of sums up part one. Part two, in the same on the same topic that I will cover next, will detail how you can actually give yourself an advantage, how you can actually at the early stage of application itself get an advantage and land one of these coveted assistantships. Now, all of this information that I presented comes to you on the back of our large network of mentors. Now, Mentors Capital, offers a pretty comprehensive set of services that go across the admission and application journey of a student. This means that we can help you with shortlisting schools that offer the best funding opportunities, scholarships, and assistantships, as well as a good fit with your profile. We can also help you prepare for standardized tests like the GRE, the SAT, GMAT, or even the English language testing exams. We can also help you create impactful essays in your application, which means create great first impressions and get into your dream university abroad. And finally, if there are other assessments like increasingly Kira assessments, which are video assessments, have become very, very popular. So in case those are part of your admission journey, then we can also help you crack and create a really good impression on the admission committees. Click on the link in the description to reach out to us. If you have any suggestions for what I should cover in future videos, do let me know in the comment section. And thank you for watching this video. Have a great day and wish you all the very best.